Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we're building an apartment in San Myshuno. And I've been kind of straying away from apartments, mostly because one, they don't take very long, and I kind of need to make like a certain amount of time so I can make a video out of it. And so I was having issues getting to like that time. But also because it's just not as fun to make unless I'm really wanting to make an apartment. It's usually just like, I only have 40 minutes to build something today and I kind of want to build, let's do an apartment kind of thing. But like usually those ones kind of end up kind of weird. So then I just end up having a kind of weird apartment. But I really wanted to do an apartment, I think Tuesday, Wednesday, one of those days. So I ended up doing this because I kind of tried making a house because I was like, okay, I haven't built like any big houses this week, let's just do a house. And I tried that and it looked absolutely hideous. So then I was like, I really want to do an apartment. So I was like, okay, we can do an apartment. And then I ended up making 2 apartments this week, which is fine because I really wanted to do them at the time that I did them, so they're all pretty good. But this apartment was driving me crazy with the floor plan. I wanted to do this apartment because I like never do this apartment, and I like the shape of it. It's just really inconvenient for screenshots and like the thumbnails. Not like the screenshots for like the end of the video, just like the screenshots for thumbnails. Because a lot of the time with these split level apartments, you cannot get both layers on there. And for some reason, people don't like click on videos that are like that. So we'll see when it comes to when I post this video. I'm not really sure, but it's very strange. So that's why I did that like split level on the other one of, I think it's this apartment building, the other one in this area that I was doing, like where you can see, both floors at the same time with the open area and all that stuff. But you can't really do that with this one because they have like very, very little overlap of the apartments because it's fully like other side of the building. So, that's fine. But I thought it was a really pretty apartment, and it's very like, it's kind of realistic, and then also at the same time it's very strange because you walk into a room and then you walk like either up the stairs or through a sliding glass door, and the sliding glass door leads you into a kitchen that kind of just like surrounds you when you walk in, and then you can walk into the other living spaces where the living room and the dining room is, and then you can get out onto the balcony. But I thought it was just kind of a strange layout, but I thought it looked really cool, so I kept it. And also, there's no routing issues, which is kind of what I was worried about because I had the counter so close at first, and I was trying to be like, maybe I could add more, but then you wouldn't be able to get to it. So I thought it looked really cool, and I added this like coffee bar. I don't really know, but I know like rich people houses have like these, or like at least the ones that I've seen on like Zillow and like floor plan websites. I've never been inside a rich person's house, so I really wouldn't know. But the fake ones I've seen have these things that have like your coffee stuff on it. I'm not really sure. I cannot eat, or I guess drink coffee because it gives me headaches and it makes me nauseous. But if you like coffee, would you want a coffee bar? I feel like most people would. A lot of the people that I know that drink like coffee like a lot would very much so like a huge coffee area just to like make fancy coffees. I literally know nothing about coffee other than there's like multiple types at like drive-through coffee places that you can go through. I've literally only seen coffee on a menu and like coffee in a cup that you make and like the coffee machines at your house. No fancy stuff. I've like never seen any of that, so I'm not really sure. But coffee bar, pretty fancy. I was also struggling with the chairs. I honestly have that issue so often. The chairs in this game is what gives me the most issues. I'm not really sure why, but I spent so long on the chairs, and I spend so long on chairs most of the time, so not really sure. But I did eventually pick a chair. I don't know what the chairs look like, but I did eventually pick a chair. I know that one, so that's all good. So I think that's about it for the apartment. So we're gonna move on to today. Actually, not this week, but today we're getting recent news, which is pretty good because, as I said in last video, I'm recording this on Friday, and we are going into fall break, so it's very fancy. I very much enjoy having a break because we get Monday and Tuesday off, and I'm going to record voiceovers on Tuesday, I think, so I'm going to get more voiceovers done, and that's always handy. And also I'm really in the mood to talk after, dying on my last project that I did for talking, which we will also hear about because I complain about literally everything on here. So, you'll hear it eventually. But today was the end of the quarter, obviously, because you're going into fall break. So it was the last day, and it honestly feels kind of weird because it doesn't feel like it's been an entire 9 weeks since school started, but it has. But I'm also very excited that I am halfway done with my English class because if you have not heard it yet, I absolutely hate my English class. You'll hear more reasons for that in the same video that I was talking about like 20 seconds ago, but very glad I'm halfway done with that, and then I'm halfway done with interior design, which I'm kind of sad about because I kind of like this class and we have so much free time to do stuff, and I like the teacher because the teacher is my cheer coach from last year, so all of that. But I'm also halfway done with my PE, which means I'm 3/4 of the way done with my PE credits for all of high school. I don't plan on doing any more than necessary. I don't hate PE, but I just don't want to take any more than I need to. I'm perfectly fine taking anything else, so we'll just don't do any more PE classes, it's fine. But I had 3 tests, kind of 4 basically, because I had 2 in one class, but I had quite a few tests today because usually I have either no tests or a singular test or like a quiz. So this was a bit more, and I was very stressed. One, because I cannot study for like literally anything. Like that's not possible because studying doesn't work, because if I just look at stuff, it doesn't go back into my brain. I feel like it erases it. I look at it and it just clears it from my mind. So I didn't study for any of these tests, like at all. Like I did the in-class stuff because you kind of have to. But other than that, I didn't study like at all, except for my world history, in which I tried to look at the notes in French after my French test, but I don't think it helped that much. But I think I did well on the world history stuff, and I know I did well on the French and my chemistry stuff that I had to do, because I could see my score, and also I felt really good during those exams. So I am thinking I did quite well, except for one part of my world history thing. I don't get the grade back until a bit, but the first part of my world history thing, the first test that I had to do, I got a 14 out of 15, and my best grades of that like type of test so far was a 12 out of 15. So that's really good. I was really excited. I was very excited during class because I had gotten such a better score compared to my last one. So that was all fun. But the second part, not sure. We'll see. I'm assuming I'll figure out that information like next Wednesday when I go back to school or something. Hopefully he's graded it by then, but I also wouldn't be opposed to him just not grading it, so not sure about that one. But also, in my chemistry test, not that my chemistry test was hard, but like question 3, I was entirely feeling like I was going to puke, so I'm not really sure. I'm fairly positive it was my anxiety though, because I had eaten like a full breakfast, like I had full time to eat and all of that stuff, and it was a pretty chill morning, but I was just very, very anxious. I was also anxious because this morning went very well, and usually my mornings suck, but I was fairly awake when I woke up, and it all just felt kind of wrong, which is a little bit weird, but my body is strange, and so is my mind, so I wasn't really thinking about it too much, but then like end of second period, beginning of third period, my anxiety just spiked like over the roof. It was great, and I did feel like I was gonna throw up, but I didn't, so that's always a plus. It was also in chemistry that I realized that this shirt that I had spilled soup on earlier this week, I think it was like literally Monday or Tuesday, I had literally just thrown it on the floor when I got home because I'm so exhausted usually when I get home. But apparently I hadn't noticed that I had worn the shirt that I had dried soup stains on to school again. So I had to take that one off because we cannot be wearing crusty soup shirts to school. It was a sweatshirt. I had a shirt on under it. Clarifying that because it's a shirt in my mind, but everyone else that I've ever talked to about this soup shirt has said it was a sweatshirt. But there's the word shirt in sweatshirt, and it's on the top half of my body, so it is a shirt in my mind. So, not really sure. But, that was all good. But quite glad I didn't have a weird shirt on under it because I was wearing, like a shirt with a desert animal's skull on it, and like it was kind of weird, so I was kind of just not wanting to take the soup shirt off. So that's fine, but we're gonna wash that. It is currently getting washed because I remembered this time because it was in my backpack, and I took it out and I was like, we gotta wash the soup shirt. So now it is all clean. We're all good. I can wear it again. But that's all good. But it's just very, very strange that it is the end of the quarter, which I mentioned earlier. But like it all felt so quick, which like isn't a bad thing, but everything just feels like it's going by so quickly, and I don't like it. Like my football and volleyball season that I talked about last video, that went by so quickly. I didn't realize how quickly it went by. We went to like 40 games, and it just went by really, really quickly, and I don't like it. Can it slow down maybe a bit? Just a bit is all I'm asking for. But that's about it for today and all of my activities for today. So it is almost screenshots time. So subscribe if you did like today's video or if you want to see more like this. But as I said, it is almost screenshots time. So I post a new video 4 days a week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye!